ASAP Relli snitched, and it still didn't matter. You can't stop God's plan. It don't matter what you do. ASAP Rocky not guilty on all charges. We gonna talk about it. We gonna break it down. 7-day, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button. We got memberships now, $1.99 a month. Let's go. You tuned in to the 7-day theory. Hard body, hard spirit. What up, my people? You tuned into the 7-day theory. Hard body, hard spirit. Check this. The ASAP Rocky verdict. I just watched it go down. Just went down a few hours ago. Not guilty. It was a gamble. It was a gamble. It was a gamble that paid off. After actually, see, this was a tricky trial, tricky case. Because when you first, and I said it was going to, after I watched the trial, because I've been keeping up with it, and there was a video I made on the channel as soon as ASAP Relli got on the stand and told ASAP Telly, I made a video on him snitching. I've been following the trial, and as I've been following the trial, they had a poll on the live feed before the jurors came out and read the verdict. They said not guilty or guilty. I put not guilty because after I seen the evidence, I heard the testimony and all that. I just didn't think that jurors, after seeing this evidence and what was presented, that they could come back with a guilty verdict. But this was a gamble. By no means was this not a gamble. And for anybody who has never been, I've been to jail. Look, it's one of the, you're in it's the worst place to be, other than 6 feet under, right? In the ground, not alive anymore. Jail is the worst, is almost probably the worst place that you can be on this earth, right? Your freedom taken away, your ability to just go to bed when you want to, or watch what TV you want, or use the bathroom all these things you take for granted, they're all taken from you, right? To me, it's one of the most, it kills your spirit, it kills your creativity, to me, right? At certain times, but sometimes I've been in jail and it really brought on more creativity and really honed in my connection with God, or brought me closer to God, right? But jail's not fun at all, right? And a lot of people talked about this case and was talking about ASAP Rocky, like, hold on, they offered you 180 days and a little bit of probation, which 180 days, that's 6 months, and he turned it down. He turned 6 months down, and he was facing the max on this case was 24 years. If he was found guilty, the maximum they can give him would be 24 years. So that's a big difference. So people was looking like, hold on, I probably would have took, even if I wasn't guilty, I probably would have took that 6 months. But ASAP Rocky is looking at it from a whole different perspective, right? Yeah, the 6 months, yeah, I'd take that any day over potentially 24 years, even if I knew I was innocent. Because even if you're, and I just went through this. I just had my case dropped. I didn't take it to trial. And this is a misdemeanor. This was not even a felony, which was what ASAP Rocky was in trial for. This was a misdemeanor. If I was found guilty of the crime that I committed, which was an OVI, the crime that I didn't commit, which was an OVI, if I would have took that to trial, I think it probably would have been like, the max probably would have been like 6 months, right? But even that is stressful. When you literally have your whole way of life, everything you're used to, your way of life, your comfortability, your freedom. That's a hard thing to go and be like, yeah, I'm gonna risk all that and I'm gonna take it to trial. It's one of the most stressful, and I didn't even do it. I turned it down, and my lawyer told me, like, look, yeah, this is a winnable case. Your case is looking crazy. It looks like they overcharged you. It looks like you didn't do what they said you did, which I really didn't. I was innocent, right? I was innocent, but just the stress of knowing that I could potentially lose, even though I'm innocent, because in court, we all know it's not what you know, it's what you can prove in a court of law. It's not what you know, it's not what you actually did. It's what you can actually prove and which side does it best, the defense or the prosecution. So even if you're 100% innocent, you did nothing wrong and you've been charged, there's a chance that if you take it to trial, you can lose a long period of your life, right? And this is what ASAP Rocky did. Now I'm willing to bet that ASAP Rocky either really did have a prop gun, right? Or he knew he didn't shoot that ASAP Relli. Because that's the kind of things you need to have, that you need to know to be confident enough to go take this to trial. Or both could be true too. Or his lawyer told him like, look, we got this in the bag. We can win this, right? His lawyer probably gave him a lot of confidence in taking this to trial. Taking a case to trial is one of the most stressful things you could ever do. We just watched this man. He teared up. He looked like all that emotion that he was feeling, all that fear, right? All that, the weight of the world is literally on your shoulders. Because now, if they read this verdict and it comes back guilty, you lose time with your kids. You losing birthdays. You losing your girl might not be there. She might move on, right? Your whole life is hanging in the balance. Like, these things are all up for grabs now. Now another man might be, or another woman or man might be around your kids. Your girl might move on. You don't get to see him other than visits and over the phone, right? All these things that mean a lot to us, and some of these things we take for granted, that's all up in the air. So that's why if you watch the verdict, when he's found not guilty, all that just pure joy and happiness and relief. That's why it's really tears of joy. He was crying. That's all built up tension and stress from having the weight of the world on your shoulders, not knowing if your way of life and if your freedom is going to be taken from you, which his was not. And so that's why you see these people that are in trial, and it's so tense. It's so, your life is on the line. Your life is literally on the line. It's not for the weak. It is not taking a case to trial. Is not for the weak at all, unless it's somebody like they know they're guilty. So this is just their Hail Mary. Like, they know, all right, well, I'm guilty and I'm gonna go to jail anyway. So let me go. This is the only way I can't go to jail, right? Is to beat a case. But usually, for most people, it's like this is life or death. This is like a life or death situation. Shout out to, this is what betting on yourself looks like, paying off. This is what betting on yourself and it paying off looks like. Everybody. Tony Vlad TV just dropped an interview with Theo. He said, "Look, I would have did that 180 days on my head." He's like, because in L.A. or New York or wherever it's at, he said he only got to do like three months of that. So really, he would have got 6 months. But if you took that 6 months, he really would have only had to do 3 months, which is not a lot of time for what he was facing. Potentially 24 years if found guilty. So yeah, a lot of people would have took that 6 months, myself included. I probably would have took it unless I knew for sure, and I had the confidence of my lawyers that, look, we probably got like a 90% chance of beating this, 80% chance of beating this. Then I probably would have took it. And ASAP Rock, this is what betting on yourself and winning looks like. He just did it. Shout out to ASAP Rocky, real thorough. I've been watching ASAP Rocky since the beginning of his career, since he started rapping, since his first album. I've been there. I'm a real big ASAP Rocky fan. Have been, always will be. ASAP Relli, you a clown for that, for snitching on. And then like, look, at first glance, this looks like a case that Rocky couldn't beat. That's why a lot of people were saying, like, a lot of people that wasn't paying attention to the daily proceedings of the case probably was looking at this case from the outside and probably like, oh man, he turned down 6 months, and they got him on video. doing this? Because there was surveillance footage, which is grainy, but they had it. And they got the dude that he shot snitching on the stand, pointing him out, saying he shot him, right? So at first glance, and then to hear what the defense is saying that, oh, it's a prop gun, like when you first hear that, you like, hold on, wait, this sounds like this is a slam dunk for the prosecution, like he guilty, right? When you first hear it, but then when you watch and you see ASAP Relli get torn apart on the witness stand, Rocky's defense attorney tore him apart, caught him lying, said he wasn't at the gun range, supposedly he picked up some shells at the crime scene and took them to the police station, but he was just shooting that type of bullet and that type of casing like the night before at the gun range, so he could have just had him from the gun range and took him up, right? That's sketchy. And then the bullet, he didn't even have a bullet wound. He had a little scratch, a little graze. Like, it's not, he didn't even get shot for real. He got graze. He had a little paper cut. So that could have been caused from anything. Anything that could have been caused from. And you hear that, and then you hear the surveillance footage. You really can't see what's going on in the surveillance footage. You really can't. It's so grainy that you can't even tell who is who without them actually putting it on screen and pointing to, okay, this, and naming the people. This is this, and it, right? So when you actually sat down, and if you was paying attention to this trial, you probably thought like I did, like, yeah, it's coming back not guilty. And that's what it was. Shout out to ASAP Rocky for betting on himself and betting on his team, his lawyers, and it paid off. It's one of the most stressful things a human being can go through, is to be judged by a jury of 12 people. And whether you're innocent or guilty, it is stressful because you do not know the outcome. You don't know what's going to happen. It's not guaranteed, right? It's a gamble. It's a gamble, and I'm not a gambling man, so I hope I'm never in that situation. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Did y'all think he was going to be found innocent or guilty? Let me know. And what y'all think of the verdict? What y'all think moving forward? He was good. Rihanna, he could be with his kids, his family. God bless him and his family. ASAP Relli, you a clown, coward for that, snitching, coward. And that's supposed to be your, like, nah. Y'all let me know in the comments though what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe. We got memberships now, $1.99 a month. Custom loyalty badges made by me. Custom emojis made by me. Member shout outs at the end of videos, just like this one. Shout out to the first member, Angela Weddick. Love you. Thank you for all the support. Keep your head up and your eyes open, y'all. I'm out. You're now listening to the 7